Hi, my name is Gideon Oguniye. I'm the project lead of Fat Corner Project. On today's episode of Every Voice Matters, I'm going to be talking about social media as a leadership tool. This talk is important for every business owners that want to promote their business on social media platforms, and for content creators, for everyone that want to market their personal brands on social media, and for those that want to be thought leaders and opinion leaders on social media. So today I'm going to be talking about how to optimize your profile on social media, how to optimize your engagement with your fans and followers on social media, and how to use social media in a responsible and in a safe manner. The first point or the first tip I'm going to give you is perfecting your profile on social media. Perfecting your profile on social media. And why is this important? It's important because for you to earn the trust of your fans and followers on social media, they must see you as someone with trustworthy character and someone that is competent. So, trustworthy character and competence are two pillars of trust, especially on social media. People want to see you as someone that is transparent and authentic. They want to see you as someone that have trustworthy reputation. They want to see you as someone that is not suspicious. They want to see you as someone they can trust. They want to see you as someone that have the competence to do what you say you want to do or what you are marketing. They want to see that you are competent about it. The service you say you can render, they want to see that you can render that service successfully. And they have no other way to judge or to rate you than to look at your profile and see what your profile says on social media. So the question you must ask yourself while creating your profile, while perfecting your profile on social media is, what does your social media profile says about you? When people look at your profile, within 2 or 3 seconds, they will be able to say that this is who you are. This is who you are because your profile gives out a lot of information about you. So if your profile is not giving out any information, you look suspicious. For instance, a lot of people use pseudonyms on social media. It depends on the purpose or the thing you're trying to do, you're trying to achieve on the social media. You can use your business name if it is a business page or a business account and you are trying to promote your business. But I will advise that if it is your personal profile, you should use your legal name on social media. And what this does is that it helps both close family and friends to find you on social media, and also those that have not met you before, those that you have not met before, and those that just come across your name somewhere, maybe in an advert or anywhere, and they want to see who you are. So they will use your name to search for you. So, but if you are using a pseudonym, they are not going to be able to find you on social media. So, for instance, my name is Gideon Oguniye, and if you go on my social media profile, you should be able to find me there. So that is why I always tell people, choose a perfect social media, choose a perfect profile name on social media, or a perfect screen name on social media. The next tip I'm going to give to you under perfecting your profile on social media is that choose a perfect profile picture. The kind of picture you put on social media says a lot about you. For instance, if you are on LinkedIn, which is a professional networking platform, you should use your official portrait uh, on it. But that's not important on a social media platform like Facebook, where that is not a professional networking platform. But it's also important that you don't put the picture of your drunken self or inappropriate picture on social media, on your Facebook profile. Except if you are a porn star and you're trying to market your this thing, then you can put a naked picture or a picture of yourself drunk and this thing. But for you to be a leader that you want to be on social media, you don't want to put inappropriate pictures on your profile, as your profile picture or as your wallpaper on social media. Another thing that I want to give to you about uh, perfecting your profile on social media is that tell a story about yourself. People want to know what you're passionate about. And I always tell people that you should see your social media profile as important as your CV, because research has shown that 70% of employers they use social media to research about job applicants. They want to see what they want to see whether you fit in into their company culture. They want to see whether you have the skills, the competency, the qualities that matches what you have put on your CV. So, as a kind of a background check, they go on your social media handles. If you don't know this, I'm telling you today, they go on your social media handles to see who you are. And the question I want to ask you is, what is your social media profile saying about you? Is it saying that you are a competent jerk, someone that is very competent but not likable? Maybe the only thing people see on your social media is highly controversial uh, viewpoints that shows that you are not a likable person, or you are an incompetent jerk, somebody that is not competent. People cannot see any information that shows that you know what you're doing. Some people make mistake. They go to the extent of not even showing the universities they've gone through. They are not even showing their previous workplaces. They're not showing their experience. They are not showing what they are passionate about. They are not showing anything, absolute nothing on their social media platform, on their social media profile. And they are not even sharing comments that are likable. So people see them as incompetent jerk. So nothing to show that they are competent, and nothing to show that they are likable. And also, are you a lovable star, which I want you to be on social media, which I encourage people to be? Very competent and very likable. Or you're a lovable fool, not very competent, but very likable. So think about what your profile says about you on social media, because people will look at your social media and they will judge you based on what they can see on your social media. And like I told you, employers look at your social media and judge what you are all about. So be careful of what you share on social media. Apply caution on what you like, what you post, the kind of pictures that you have on your social media. What are the things that the employers do not want to see on your social media? Your social media posts could have serious repercussions on your professional life. Be careful of not sharing appropriate pictures. Don't use inappropriate language, offensive behaviors, discriminating comments relating to race, gender on social media or religion, information that contradicts what is on your CV, defamatory posts written about, for example, your previous employers, or drunken photos that shows that you are not a responsible person. Those are not the kind of things that people want to see on your social media. So, still on perfecting your profile on social media, I will tell you that you should screen your own social media, delegate some time to thoroughly scrutinize your social media pictures and posts, both old and new, and make sure that these are the kind of pictures and the kind of posts that you want people to see. Untag yourself or delete any picture or post that are inappropriate. And I always tell people the question you need to ask yourself is, will I be happy to show my employer this post or photo? If your answer is no, then that content should not be on your social media. So you need to delete them. on your social media. Also, still on perfecting your profile on social media, I want to tell you that it's important that you review your privacy setting on social media. Make sure you know exactly what is visible to the public and consider this in any future activity. What is important is that you know what is visible to the public. Remember that internet content lasts forever, and even though you adjust your privacy setting to hide some posts, those posts might have been screenshot, um, or people might still find a way to see those posts or those pictures. So, in your future activity, make sure that you are comfortable with what you're sharing, uh, and also think about what you need to set private on social media in your profile. For instance, I always encourage people, I always discourage people from sharing their phone numbers or location information on social media, except if you need those phone numbers for your business. And always encourage people in that regard that you must make sure that you have a separate professional profile, a business profile, and a separate personal profile on social media. So don't put your phone number on social media if it is your personal phone number. If you don't need the location for your business, don't put location information on social media. So think about what you think you need to be what needs to be set private, but don't overthink it. Don't hide everything on your social media. Don't hide your qualifications. Don't hide your likes, your interest, your passion, what you're passionate about. People want to see these things. Employer want to see these things, and not just for those that are job seekers, and even for those that are selling products, people that are marketing personal brands. Apart from those posts that talks about your brand, people want to go on your wall and see the kind of person you are, and they must be able to trust you before they can patronize that particular business or that particular thing that you are trying to market. So social media can be both your biggest threat to your professional life, threat to your product, threat to your brand, and also it can be your biggest opportunity. So it depends on how you optimize your engagement with people, how you optimize your profile on social media. So this is what makes the difference. This is what makes the difference. So use social media to your benefit. Most employers are looking for a reason to hire you, and not just employers. The people that want to patronize your brand, they are looking for reasons to patronize your brand. Are you competent? Are you trustworthy? Are you likable? These are the things that matters a lot. So they want to see your great personality. They want to see your creativity. They want to see your wide range of interest. You are sharing a product. You are trying to market a product, and you don't even show any interest that none of your interest shows that you are interested in that particular service or particular product that you are trying to market. So that's a contradiction. For instance, if you go on my Facebook page, you by looking at it within 2 or 3 seconds, you'll be able to say that, oh, Gideon is an academics, Gideon is a researcher, is a public analyst, and that gives some kind of credibility to the kind of webinars I give, and to the kind of uh, product I'm trying to market, to the kind of service I'm trying to market. But when people don't see this personality, they don't see this creativity, they don't see this interest in my profile, they cannot trust what I'm trying to market, or the service I'm trying to render on the social media. So another point I want to give to you today is perfecting your post. Perfecting your post. You perfect your post by adding values, and you add values by providing information on what has happened, and also you add values by providing analysis. What does it mean that this has happened? or why is it that what has happened. So you provide those analysis, you are adding values. You also add values by providing assistance, by telling people how to avoid this bad thing or how to have this good thing happen. So these are the kind of things that will attract people to your social media platform, to your social media account. And you also add values by providing entertainment, dropping funny videos, talk about the sports you are passionate about. For instance, um, several years back, I went to a bank and I was, to my surprise, all the bankers in that banking hall, they follow my Facebook page just because I talk about football all the time. And they like the way I present football analysis. They like the way I throw tantrums to opposition fans and how I joke about the whole thing. So social media is not just about being serious all the time. You also want to entertain people in one way or the other. You want to share those funny pictures, those funny posts. You want to talk about football. You want to talk about sport that you're passionate about or other things that you're passionate about. And by doing that, you are adding value. And another thing I want to tell you, for you to know that you're adding values on social media, is that you pass what I call the reshare test. When people share or reshare your content on social media, what it means is that they're committing their reputation to your content. So if your content is not adding values, people are not going to share it or reshare it. In fact, people are not going to engage with that content. They are not going to drop comments because they don't want to be seen associated to that comment. And people are not even going to like it. So you need to ask yourself, can people risk their reputation to share your content? Can people risk their reputation to share your content? Can people risk their reputation to engage with your content? Some people are so unlikable on social media that when they drop content, people go underneath to attack them. People go underneath, or people even try to avoid anything that is coming from them because they are not a likable person. So think about the contents you are adding, making sure you are adding values, and that way I can assure you that you can pass the reshare test. Why is this important? Why is it important for you to pass the reshare test on social media? It is important because when you pass the reshare test, it means that you have passed the test to use social media as a marketing platform. That's what it means. Once people are engaging with your content and people can commit their reputation to sharing your content, what it means is that you have passed the test to actually market a product or market a brand or whatever you want to market, your conference, your book, to promote your book, to promote your webinar. That is what it means. You can promote anything once you pass the reshare test. And also, I want to tell you that to be a leader on social media, to be a thought leader, an opinion leader, a business leader on social media, you need to be consistent and active. It's not that you share 20 posts today and you disappear for another 2 or 3 weeks and nobody see anything from you. That is not a way to be a leader on social media. You must be consistent and active on social media. You must be in people's face. For instance, my personal Facebook wall is popular for talking about football, after, most especially after Chelsea match. And a lot of people go just they want to see what I want to say after a Chelsea match. Um, so, but if I share 20 posts today and I disappear for another 2 or 3 months, and then I don't talk about anything, then people are not looking forward to anything from my post. And that way, you cannot engage people. That way you cannot market anything because people don't know when to expect a content from you. But you do all this not in a way to overwhelm people. Don't overwhelm people. When you overwhelm people with irrelevant posts, with irrelevant pictures, with irrelevant stuff on social media, they also try to avoid your work. So they unfollow you, they run away, and that way you are no longer adding values. You are overwhelming people. Another tip I want to give to you is how long should your post be on social media? For instance, if you are sharing a content from another page or you're sharing another person's content, what you want to do is that you want to put just 2 or 3 sentences that show your opinion on that content or that give some form of reflection on that content. And if you are creating your own content, you are writing your own blog post, it can be between 500 and 1,000 words. And another thing I want to give on perfecting your post is that make sure that you usually use graphics, and you must use good graphics. So I would say that I would recommend www.canva.com. It's a platform that gives you an opportunity to create customized pictures in a very easy way. And why do you need to add graphics to your posts if you are creating content on social media? You need to add graphics to your posts because it doubles the engagement. People don't just want to be reading words; they want to see some sort of pictures, some sort of graphics, and it attracts people's attention to your post, and it makes people to engage your post. So it's important that you optimize graphics that you put on your posts on social media. So, lastly, after talking about perfecting your profile, perfecting your posts, another thing I want to talk about is that you should use social media responsibly and in a safe manner. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to use social media in a responsible way. And the tips is that number one, avoid posting inappropriate pictures and posts. I've mentioned this before. Avoid using inappropriate language. Avoid swearing on social media. Do not disclose your location except it's important to do so on social media. Do not disclose your phone number except it's your business phone number. Avoid giving password clues. And I always encourage people to try to use two-factor authentication to secure their accounts on social media. Review your privacy setting from time to time to be sure of what the public can see about you on social media. Be careful with what you like or share. Consider having separate personal and professional accounts on social media. Communicate positively. Communication is important. Participate sensibly on social media, and think each time you need to take an action on social media. So lastly, I'm going to quickly talk you through some of the topics that you should look forward to in the subsequent editions of Every Voice Matters. I will also be talking about professional and social networking. I'll be running some webinars on blogging in the subsequent editions. I'll be talking about how to become a thought leader on social media, how to create personal brand on social media. And tomorrow, watch out for another anchor program of Fat Corner Project, which is Speak Up. The host will be talking about why you should avoid cyber bullying on social media. Thank you very much for listening to this Every Voice Matter episode of today. And I'm looking forward to meeting you again next week. Please feel free to drop your comments for me, drop your feedback for me in the comment section. And you can send me an email through info@fatcorner.org. You can also visit our website, www.fatcorner.org, to see the kind of programs that we run in this project, and also to know if it's a kind of project that you want to be part of. We are looking for people to write blogs, and we are willing to give training to people that want to write blog posts for us. We are looking for team members. So if you want to be part of what we are doing, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you very much, and we'll meet again next week.